This is your chance to become governor. And get our f***ing land back.
Yellowstone Season 5 is full of twists and turns, sucker punches and scheming, and cattle branding. Basically all that good cowboy stuff.
I don't need anything else, do you?
And that's why we're here to recap the best moments of Season 5 of Yellowstone while we wait to see what the Duttons have for us in 2023. I'm Anna Rumor, and this is PopCulture Social Call with the best moments of Season 5 of Yellowstone so far. We kicked off the season with John Dutton being sworn in as governor after a hard-fought battle to get there. And while he has no idea all the problems he's going to have awaiting him at this point in the season, his acceptance speech was peak Yellowstone.
My only plan was to preserve my family's way of life in the land where they make it. The fact that you're sitting here, the fact that you voted for a man who does not want this job to lead this state means we share the same goals.
Then the reality of governing a state sets in, of course, and John goes all maverick and fires his chief of staff, choosing instead to appoint Beth as his right hand while in office.
Jim, I'd like to introduce you to my daughter, Beth.
Pleasure to meet you.
She's my new chief of staff. Get out of my office.
I mean, who knows John and his beliefs better than Beth? It makes sense. John's chief of staff isn't the only one getting the boot this season. Beth seems to have declared final victory over Market Equity's Caroline Warner, although I would love if she returns for a round 3 in the future.
Can she do that?
She can, and she did. The board is asking that you return to New York.
Of course they are.
And this changes things with respect to litigation. New York would like to drop the suit. They don't want to throw good money after bad.
Find a way to ruin this family, Ellis. Ruin them. Starting with her.
Caroline's getting reamed out in New York, so the show had to bring in another opponent for the Duttons. Enter Sarah Atwood. She's smart, she's determined to take down John Dutton, and she and Jamie cannot keep their hands off of one another. I don't know how sincere her ultimate feelings for him are, but convincing him that he needs to usurp his adoptive father as governor, it's a pretty chic move.
Why aren't you governor? You clearly have the skill for it. You orchestrated the lease and the build in a manner that you unraveled, leaving no legal recourse for the company, so completely it's likely to be bought by another company within a year. Your father won on the slogan, "Progress stops with me." Are there that many pissed off old white men in Montana?
That plan also gets a pretty helpful boost when John enters the land Market Equities was going to use for the airport project into a conservation easement. Now, this is bad for Montana and John, because Market Equities plans on suing for about $4 billion. But this is good for Jamie.
State's gonna go bankrupt. Sounds like an impeachable offense to me.
Yes, it does.
Not everyone's a ruthless, power-hungry player, though. I mean, Casey and Monica, they've been reeling after she suffered a tragic miscarriage, and the beautiful burial ceremony they have for their son didn't leave a dry eye in the house.
Peter lived a perfect life. All he saw of this planet was you, and all he knew was you loved him. That boy lived a perfect life, Monica. We're the only ones who know it was brief. All he knew was you, that you loved him.
And I hope you already grabbed your tissues, because one of the most bittersweet moments of the season so far was when John's old rancher pal Emmett passed away under the stars during the gather. Now, it's the perfect ending for a cowboy, but John having to break the news to Emmett's wife was brutal and beautiful.
How?
Like a cowboy should. Head resting against the saddle, staring at the stars. His eyes closed. He didn't open them.
Speaking of brutal and beautiful, we've come to Beth and Rip. Beth has certainly been on one this season, and she has absolutely showed why she's the most terrifying Dutton of them all when this lady tried to hit on Rip. I mean, she almost landed a felony charge here.
You put your hands on my wife, and you get the horn.
And if you were wondering if she learned her lesson about violence not being the answer, blah, 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 no. She made sure she showed Summer who's the boss in her house after the environmentalist sentence was commuted to house arrest by John, in John's house.
Do you think that you're gonna beat the other one into respecting your opinion?
But don't worry, Beth's got a sweet side too, which we get to see when she had this really romantic moment with Rip on the Gather. I mean, what can I say? We'll just always have to stand these two.
I could live here and never see another person in my whole life except you.
Yeah, well, might be a little tricky in the winter, sweetheart.
No, you know what I mean. I don't need anything else.
And that's just scratching the surface on this season. I mean, there were so many good moments that I couldn't include. So let me know what your favorite was in the comments, and like and subscribe while you're there. Then head over to popculture.com for the latest entertainment news. Until next time, I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture Social Call.